Morning, Dave from Quarter Flips. Gonna get some work done today. I'm gonna have some fun doing it. I'm heading over to the warehouse sale that I go to sometimes. I got a text this morning saying they got a bunch of new media stuff, including a record collection, and I think it's the kind of stuff I like. So I'm just gonna run over there real quick. Got the GoPro. I'm gonna go see if they're right. See if they know me, and how they are about judging collections. Now, let's see what's there.
Yeah, they.
Okay, cool.
I know the
No, it's awesome.
Buy everything without looking it up.
America's got a carrot.
Hello, sorry. Hey.
So,
So,
the deal.
What's
Are
up?
you done?
not necessarily.
I think that you might want. Do you do Dungeon and Dragon?
Yeah. Do you have that set aside? You haven't put it out yet?
Yeah.
How, what are we talking about?
Games, boxes.
Miniatures?
He does
It's his
Dungeons and
forte.
Dragons. And
When you
he
find the
does-
box, look, this person has all this. When you find the box that has the miniatures, the lead cast figures that this person clearly has,
You got them.
you got them.
They're here somewhere.
The miniatures?
Yeah, he wants those. Remember those miniatures I told you to put?
Oh my, these are odd. Talking small soldier.
I know.
I'm sorry that you're getting thrown through all this.
Oh no! This is my job.
Well, here we go.
Is that so? Yeah.
That's Mordheim, only it's I think it's an empty box. This has got a bunch of miniatures in it,
Does it? Is
Yeah.
this might be the one.
but it's not.
Here we go.
That's some of it, yeah.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, and then it's in like a shoebox. Here we go.
Hey.
Some.
Okay.
Is that it? Nope.
Thank you for all that work. And was this the only box you remember finding?
Yes, as far as I know. For the t-shirt or the metal miniatures. Here you go. Right here?
Oh gosh, you brought them out for me.
Yeah, oh yeah. So good.
Okay, so that ended up being a whole lot different than I expected. I thought I was going to be looking at a record collection. There wasn't much of a collection to look at, but the miniature thing and the gaming stuff, the role-play game stuff, tabletop gaming stuff just kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't expect that at all. Although I'm pretty sure this stuff that I brought home with me today came out of the same collection that GURPS book that I'm selling for the $1 to new car thing came out of. I think that was probably just a precursor piece that must have come out of an early box where they were unloading this stuff, because there's a whole bunch of that stuff there now, and only so much of it I can get my hands on. Oh, there's a plane going by. Okay, well, while that plane's going by, I will also mention that at the end of this video, I'm going to go over recent sales. So I haven't done that for a little while, so there'll be a whole bunch of sales if you're into checking that stuff out. But right now, I'm going to show you what came home with me today from the warehouse sale, and it's a lot of miniature stuff, and it's very cool. So let's go take a look at that stuff. All right, here on this table with the spoils of some of my past videos that have not yet been listed, we have 2 boxes that I brought home from the warehouse sale today. There's a lot of other stuff that is mostly miniatures. Now, a lot of this is plastic miniatures, Games Workshop plastic miniature sets. They're crushed in some cases. None of that's gonna matter. If these are all here, if they're complete in these boxes, these are going to be some nice little deals that I'm going to be able to make for these. Games Workshop makes fantastic stuff. Warhammer stuff is awesome. Like, look at this. This is crushed, but the sprues inside, I'm pretty sure are just going to be able to make the models just fine. And we'll find out. I'll find out if that's going to work. And if not, you know, they can go into like workshop lots, basically. You just sell them in lots and people can get them to make custom stuff. There's also Lord of the Rings stuff in here. This is a paint set. I'm going to have to find out how old this is and how long these paints are still good. But that's in itself a pretty decent thing. This is nothing. This is just an empty box. This is a plastic Ral Partha monster set, I guess. I'm going to set that aside. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, Attack at Weathertop. These are metal miniatures. I think it's Wraiths and Hobbits and Aragorn. I'll have to get in here and see. Well, let's do it right now. I mean, yeah, that looks... That looks to me to be all there. So I'll make sure, but I'm pretty sure this is a complete set. So not entirely certain what something like this sells for. If I can find a sold comp, I'll throw it up on the screen. Okay. There's some just boxes. What is this? Heroes 2, Dungeons & Dragons miniatures from Wizards of the Coast. I have to say the Wizards of the Coast stuff isn't quite as good. Oh. Alright. Games Workshop Lord of the Rings miniature Twilight Ring Wraith, new in package. That's nice. It was $7.99 when that was new, and that was in 2001, I believe. So that's great. You know what else is there? It's just random metal miniatures, and this is a Lord of the Rings one. I think this is a Urukai. Urukai? How do you say that? Anyway, this stuff is going to be great. I'm just going to keep going through and find... Oh yeah, there's a bunch in here. And then, okay, I love seeing stuff like this. This is just a bag with all kinds of random metal miniatures, and I can already see some Ral Partha in there, some Games Workshop, some other kind of like middle ground. I think there's some of the Wizards of the Coast stuff that they did. Yeah, so there's all kinds of little surprises in here. Dice. Oh. Okay. Deck of priest spells, and there's cards. Okay, there's cards too. I did not know this when the box came back with me. But there's a ton of these Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition cards. So I'm going to have to figure out the story on these also. But I know cards are kind of a big deal these days, so we'll have to see. Now, this box wasn't the box that even got me all that excited. It was this box. And this starts off with another one of those Lord of the Rings sets. I don't know which one this is. We'll figure it out. Okay. Once I saw this, and I saw these Ral Partha figures with these kind of hollow bases, these are miniatures that I have done so much with in the past. And I've made a bunch of videos about this, and they haven't been on this channel. I did a channel prior to Quarter Flips called Quarter Bash. And Quarter Bash is mostly about coin collecting and searching for treasure that way. But I was also making reselling and vinyl record and miniature content on that channel, and I decided to spin off all the reselling stuff into Quarter Flips. So here we are on Quarter Flips. But if you want to check out some of the videos that I've done on the miniature sets that I've bought and sold, I've done some pretty fun ones. And if you are here about the miniature content, I will link those videos down in the description below, and you can go check that stuff out on Quarter Bash, and you might find that there's some cool stuff on Quarter Bash you'd like to check out also. So, most of these are Ral Partha, not all of them. This one might be superior models. There's also some Grenadier in here. But that's not very many, but these are like white primer painted metal miniatures. And that gave me a good feeling about what was going to be in here. All right, Titans of Terror, 3-dimensional monster scope. All right, so these are, it's a Ral Partha box set. I expected it just to have these miniatures, but this box is not this set. This is just being used to house all kinds of different miniatures, metal miniatures from a bunch of different companies. You know, this is Ral Partha. This is Ral Partha from another era, different kind of base. This is the, I think this is a Wraith King. I think there's supposed to be a version of this guy on his horse also. So we'll see if that's in here. There are horses, although I'm pretty sure his horse looks a lot different than this one. There's just a ton of stuff, but there's also Games Workshop stuff. Pretty sure this is Games Workshop Dwarf. It sure looks like it. And I will tell you for sure that this is a Games Workshop Chaos Warrior or Chaos Champion. I've sold a bunch of these in the past. They are awesome. I love them. And yeah, this one box has so much stuff to identify. Now, normally I go to a site called Lost Minis to identify stuff. But this time I have another tool. Because this Ral Partha catalog was also there, 1975 to 1995. I got this last week, and these are just photos of all the different Ral Partha figures. In fact, look, there's the Witch King of Chaos. There's him on his horse, and there's him holding his sword. So let me show you what I mean. Here's the miniature I just showed you, and there he is on the page. You can tell that's him, right? You can see? Is that his horse? You know, I actually think that is his horse. All right, now all I gotta find is the rider, and I've got that whole set. Zarkon. Wow, Zarkon, Witch King of Chaos. This is a nice set. I've done well with it in the past. So as I go through these sets, I'm gonna be able to use this book to find a bunch of this stuff and figure out what it is. Now, I'm not really going to have to do that very much because I have sold these for so many years and I collected them when I was a teenager. I know a lot of what this stuff is just by looking at it, and I can get in the right range and find it pretty quickly. And you don't need a Ral Partha catalog if you're going to try to do this on your own. I think they're nice to have because I'm a nerd and I like this stuff. But you can use the Lost Minis Wiki website or other websites that identify all these miniatures, and you can figure out what you got. The first thing you do when you're trying to identify any mini is you look on the bottom and see what kind of company stamp they have. If it's a base, and if it's a tab, the kind that go into the little plastic bases, you read what it says on there. Okay, but what exactly is in this box? It's not the biggest box, but let's see. So this is just one. What's underneath? Oh, it's a heavy box of miniatures. Let's set it over here. Once again, not holding the Dragon Strike miniatures set. Ooh. Okay. All right. More dragon parts. There were dragon parts in the first one. Now some of these sets, these guys came in groups of 2. And let me show you what I mean. You see this one right here? It's got a crossbow and a sword. Let's go back to the Ral Partha catalog. Player characters, I believe. AD&D player characters. There we go. Right there. Bounty hunters, male and female. Well, heck, is it the male or the female bounty hunter? I think that's the male bounty hunter. So that means the female bounty hunter is likely still going to be in here. Another cool box. What else is there? Oh, look at that. Female bounty hunter right there. Matched set. What else do we got? Box after box. Diablo Heroes. I'm guessing these aren't Diablo Heroes. No. This one's got a 10. What do we have here? This is a Reaper miniature. You can tell from the base. The base have those little pockmarked ground kind of bases. Reaper stuff is not yet as sought after as some of the other stuff. Okay, so this is a Star Wars metal miniature. I don't know what he's doing in there, but I've run into them before. So there's going to be lots of great stuff to go through and sort in here. RAFM. Yeah, this is a great collection. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun to go through. For me, I don't know if this sounds like your idea of a good time, but this is about as much of a good time as essentially, you know, ever since the pandemic, being able to sit around and sort this stuff is, yeah, that's a ticket to ride for me. Yep, just more of the same. Classic stuff. Wizard. Nothing is jumping out as being particularly amazing. But some of these, I have to tell you, these sets do have some figures that stand out and are worth a fair amount of money on their own. Now, I haven't spotted any of those yet, but I'm guessing as I go through, I will find them. 1 or 2 of them at least. 4 more boxes, and I think they're all going to be about the same. Yep. Additional accessories. That's Lord Soth. He's supposed to have something in his hand, but I don't think it matters. That figure is worth a bit of money. I think I've sold Lord Soth figures. I don't know without the weapon, but I'm pretty sure I've sold that figure for over 20 bucks at some point in the past. At least some version of him. There's like 2 or 3 different versions of him. Oh, look. It's that creature from the front of the box. It is the Titans of Terror creature, so that is in here. Just not in the right box. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one of him. Lord Soth, I believe is his name. So those are good. I don't know how many individual miniatures are in these sets, but it's hundreds for sure. I love that it's mostly Ral Partha. It definitely makes me happy. Oh, wait a minute. We've gotten into another game now. Yes, it's Ral Partha, but now we've got a gun. We're getting into Shadowrun. All right, they're not worth as much. Oh yeah, there's Shadowrun in here. They're not worth as much, but they're still cool. They're still fun to go through, and there's non-Shadowrun stuff too. Dragonlance villains. It's not like that would be a bad set to have. I'm just hoping those Dragonlance villains are actually in here. But, oh, okay. So this looks like there's a lot of accessories in this one. Oh, and this guy. I think this guy is a Slig, and I think if I can find his 2 friends, that'll be a nice little set worth a bit of money. I think I've sold Sligs in the past for like 25 bucks for the set. Ooh, I think that's a Kender Rogue? Is that right? This is a good box. Doesn't look like much, but it's a good box so far. Definitely a Games Workshop. You can see the GW on the back of the tab on this one. Some kind of Games Workshop elf. And then the final box. Oh, sealed. Ah, it's open on this side. And another Lord Soth. There's so many weapons that have been saved. I hope that whatever is supposed to be in his hand is actually here. Good stuff. Lots of good stuff. It's going to take me a long time to get through all of this. But not too much. Not the same amount of time that would have taken me 10 years ago when I found my first really big set of miniatures and I had to go through and hammer all this out. These sales will start showing up in my videos as I show what sold. We're going to start seeing a whole lot of miniatures show up in those. Over on Discogs, sold this Waxwing, Nobody Can Take What Everybody Owns LP on purple vinyl. This went for $39.99 plus shipping. I sold one of the country records. Yes, the country records that I've had so much trouble with. This is Tom T. Hall, Roy Orbison, Kitty C. Tompkins, Country Sunshine. That went for $6.99 plus shipping. Tool, Anima, I believe is this record, how you pronounce it. It's got a cool lenticular cover. It's probably kind of hard to see it. But that one went for $3.99 plus shipping. In Flames, Colony CD, $11.99 plus shipping. Oh, let's try this one. Bossa Cucanova and Roberto Menescal. Brasilade? No, I know. Brasilidate. I don't know how to pronounce the actual name of the CD. $2.99 plus shipping. And Neurosis Times of Grace. $6.99 plus shipping. Sold this copy of the Leviathan CD from Mastodon for $7.99 plus shipping. Got the Life of Agony River Runs Red CD that went for $4.99. Biohazard Urban Discipline $5.99. And Discharge Never Again, that went for $14.99. These three together, shipping on top. Kiss It Goodbye, She Loves Me Not, $9.99 plus shipping. And a couple of CDs from Born Against. Whew, that's a name for you. I remember being blown away by that name when this stuff came out. 9 patriotic hymns for children. And I'm just going to call this one the Rebel Sound. If you can read that, you can see what the full title is. It was at $8.99 and $9.99 for those together, plus shipping. Sold these 4 CDs together. 3 from Discount. Half Fiction for $11.99. Crash Diagnostic for $5.99. And Ataxia Is All Right Tonight for $14.99. And then this Iconochrist, everything basically, 2 times CD. $5.99 for that one. All those together, shipping on top. This was Midnight and Yusufa Sidibe. I do not know if I pronounced that right. And apologies for sure if I got it wrong. But this is the For All CD. That was $1 in a thrift store about a month and a half, 2 months ago. $29.99 plus shipping for that one. And a double CD from the band Dirt. $39.99 for that one, plus shipping. I sold a couple of brand new sealed botch CDs. One went on Discogs for $3.99 plus shipping. One went on eBay for $4.99 shipping included. So there's a good example of the difference between the 2 platforms for selling. And on eBay, sold this lot of 5 Excursion backstock CDs. Went for $6.99 plus shipping. The Legend of Johnny Cash CD, $4.99 plus shipping. Haven't sold a miniature in a while. This is a Citadel, I think it's Grondark, the Minotaur, painted. It's kind of hard to see through the plastic. But yeah, he went for $7.99 plus shipping. Sold this Leap TV video game for Leapfrog Learning Library. This is Jake and the Neverland Pirates. $12.99 shipping included. More clearance makeup. I sold these Revlon liquid liner skinny stick things. This was 2 orders, $3.99 each, together, shipping on top. Predator 3 movie collection Blu-ray Steelbook, $19.99, shipping included. VHS. Sealed copy of The Atomic Kid, $6.99. Sealed copy of Hard Times, $9.99. And sealed copy of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, $39.99. And I sold this copy of Father Goose, brand new sealed VHS. Sold this for $6.99 to a viewer of the channel. This went out to Charles. Charles, thank you so much for supporting the channel. That's so awesome. They left a message. Great YouTube channel. I hope in some small way this goes towards your new car fund. And if you don't know what that is, I am starting with $1. I am flipping items up to the point where I can walk off of a lot with a brand new car. I made a video about it. I'll link it here. And yes, Charles, while the sale of this item doesn't go directly into that fund, if I wasn't doing these sales daily, I wouldn't have this all in place. To be able to do that, I wouldn't be able to have the time to put into that. So yes, everything supports it. Thank you so much. Got a sealed copy of Splash on VHS. That went for $8.99, shipping included. Girl Interrupted, Winona Ryder, Angelina Jolie, sealed VHS, $7.99. Sold the sealed copy of The Chase with Marlon Brando for $9.99, shipping included. DVDs, Carson, King of Late Night, $9.99. Explorers, $9.99. And Charlie, $9.99. Elephant by Gus Van Sant, $7.99. Second one I've had. I raised the price $1 and it went, so maybe this one's on the rise. Sledneck 7, $9.99. Bulletproof Legal Defense, $9.99. Dogma 2-disc Special Edition, $19.99. And Everyday Sunshine, The Story of Fishbone, $24.99, shipping included in these. Sold DVDs of both Tomb Raider movies, the ones with Angelina Jolie, $7.99 together. Halloween 3 for $8.99. Sealed copy of this 4-disc spinning Ultimate Ride Collection, Volume 2, that went for $14.99. And this anime called Freedom 2, it's like an HD DVD, that went for $19.99. Something Wicked This Way Comes on DVD. That's a Disney DVD, but you don't see it as often. I sold that for $11.99, shipping included. Gangs of New York, $7.99. Buddy Holly Story, $8.99. Carla, $9.99. Monkey Bone, $9.99. Perfume, $14.99. And the Really Sorry Flip Skateboard second video, $29.99. The Straight Story, $11.99. The Killing Fields, $14.99. Troll and Troll 2 double feature, $14.99. The Last Englishman, $14.99. The Bourne Identity, yes, back before Matt Damon was Jason Bourne, $19.99. And That 70s Show, the complete series sealed, $44.99. And Walking Tall, the complete series, this was the TV show. This went for $49.99. Finally sold these awesome Steve Caballero vans, cab vans. I found these at a thrift store a while back and was really excited, and then they just sat forever in my eBay store, and it's because they're size 5.5. They're small, but they're so cool. They have such a cool classic design. So someone came along and said, hey, I'll give you $50 for them, shipped, and I went for it. So those are going out the door, $50 shipped. Okay, so that's it. I think that's everything for today. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks.